Alright, so I'm back with another story time. Like, y'all been wanting this story time. Like, I looked on my spam and everybody wanted this story time, and this one I got the most. So we gonna get right into it. We gonna get into it, cause like
I'm all alone, too much to see. The world keeps turning. Oh, what a day! What a day! What a day!
crazy. So this is a story about how my ex came to the school to fight this boy. I'm gonna give a little background. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all not the whole story, but I'm gonna give you a little bit of background for like where this started. So we gonna name the boy that my ex wanted to beat up Carl. We gonna call him Carl, and we gonna call my ex. Hope I remember these names. We gonna call my ex Bob. We gonna call him Bob, cause like yeah, we gonna call him Bob. So we gonna start from like before I even met Bob. So this was my junior year, and there's like way more history between this, but like we gonna start from this year when everything happened. I think this was sophomore year actually. This was sophomore year, and me and Carl used to talk from my freshman year, a little bit of sophomore year, and it was like on and off, but it was like it was really messy. It was very messy and unnecessary. Like, this should have never happened. Like, that boy was very weird. Like, it should never happen. It was just a whole bunch of, it was very messy and unnecessary drama for no reason. Like, but I'm gonna start off with I did wrong, cause I'm not even gonna get into everything that little boy did. Like, he's crazy. Like, that boy is weird. Like, he need a therapist. So we gonna start off with like what I did, which I apologize because I was very much wrong for this. But if you knew everything this boy did to me, like, it really wasn't that bad. Like, he used to hurt me on purpose. Like, he would do things to me to like literally hurt my feelings, or like he literally wanted to make high school a living hell for me. And he said it, like, he wanted to make high school a living hell for me. Like, he literally said it on multiple occasions. Like, he wanted to ruin my life for some reason. Like, there was literally no reason, because I was never a bad person. Like, I had anger. Like, my sister had recently passed like freshman year, and like I was going through stuff. So like I did have a temper on me at the time, but it was nothing to this sort of like, he was literally trying to make life for me bad. Like, it was very weird, and he was very weird, and like that man needs help. Like, if y'all knew everything he did and the person that he is, like, it's scary. Like, that boy is crazy, and he literally needs help. But so this is what me and my friend did. So me and my friend are bored, and I told you, like, this boy used to literally make my life a living hell. Like, if you knew him and you knew the things that he did, he made life for me bad. Like, if you knew, he literally made life for me bad for no reason. So one day, me and my friend are bored, and we're like after color guard practice, and we text his phone, and we're like, oh, we heard what happened to you. And he's like, what? And we're like, we heard what happened to you in the boys' locker room. We're like, we heard what happened to you in the boys' locker room. And he's like, what are you talking about? And we're like, yeah, like what the boys did to you in the boys' locker room. Like, we just said things like that. Like, it was very weird, but it implied something. But like, we were just joking. Like, we were literally being kids. Like, she was a freshman at the time, I was a sophomore. Like, we really didn't know any better. So we're just making jokes like, oh, we heard what happened to you. And he was like, what? And we were like, yeah, like what the boys did to you in the locker room, like trying to be funny or whatever. So mind you, like I said, this boys made me go home crying. Like, it was very bad. Like, what? So the next day I go to class, this man is crying. So I'm looking like, what the hell is this man crying for? Like, don't nothing hurt him. He be always trying to hurt people. Like, what is he over there crying for? Ain't nothing wrong with him. So next class, I'm in the middle of taking a math test. This is geometry. I'm in the middle of taking a math test. And the teacher calls me like, oh, Lourdes, we need you to go to the teacher's class that I just left. I'm like, what? For what? So then my other two friends that's in the same table as us, we walked there. And she was like, what'd you guys say to Carl? I didn't know. What did you guys say to Carl? And we're like, my friends were like, they had nothing to do with it. Like, they didn't even know about it. So they're like, we didn't say anything to Carl. Like, what are you talking about? What happened to Carl? At least he was sad earlier, but like, what happened to him? So I'm thinking like, what? So teacher's like, yeah, like, Lourdes, like, I seen the messages. Like, why would you say it to Carl? Like, I'm like, okay. I was like, it was a joke. Like, we didn't mean anything by it. Like, why is he sitting there crying for it? Like, there's nothing wrong with him. Nothing happened to him, so why is he sitting there crying? And she's like, you can't tell it, that really hurt him. And I'm like, There's nothing wrong with him. I'm literally sitting there looking like there's nothing wrong with that boy. Hold on. I had to get my lighting situated. But yeah, so I'm like, there's nothing wrong with him. Like, why he's sitting there acting like that? Like, why he crying? So she's like, apologize. So I'm like, apologize for what? And she's like, apologize. So I'm like, there's nothing wrong with him. Like, apologize for what? There's no reason to apologize to him. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's faking. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't care. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. And she's like, let's apologize or we're gonna go to the principal. And I'm like, what? The principal? I was after the other way. Like, the principal? Like, for what? She's like, you're bullying. Like, what? I'm gonna go to the principal. Okay, whatever. Whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And then, like, he's all like, oh, it's weak. Like, what? There's nothing wrong with you. But they're like, maybe something did happen in the locker room. I was just talking out of my behind. Like, I had no idea anything ever happened to this boy. Like, I didn't know what the boy was talking about. So, like, whatever. Like, we try to be cordial after that, but it never works. Like, every time we try to be cordial, like, he always ruins it. Or, like, being weird. Like, the kid was weird. So, a couple months later, I meet Bob. A couple months later, I meet Bob. And Bob freaking... Me and Bob just started talking. Like, we were talking. I wasn't even taking him seriously. Like, we were just talking. And we were talking like, every day or whatever. So, just one day, like, me and Bob were talking. And then I got mad. So I got mad because when the crowd did. So listen. So I'm sitting in class. Like, not sitting in class. So I walk into class. And if you know, like, you have your assigned seats. But, like, it's not assigned seats. Like, you just sit there. Because that's just somewhere that you sit. Like, everybody sits there. That's your seat. Like, everybody has their seat that they sit at. And the teacher knew that me and Carl didn't like each other. Like, don't like him. He don't like me. We don't like each other. And somehow, like, I was working on my anger and stuff. I was going to do therapy and stuff. So I was like, really just trying to, like, be, like, just try not to be in no problem. Because I had stuff dealing with at home. Like, I didn't have time for this. So I walk into class. And little boy sitting on my seat. So I look at the teacher. And I look at him. And I look at the teacher again. And she's like, Lori, she's like, it's okay. Just go sit somewhere else. I'm like, okay. So I go to another seat. I sit somewhere else. I was so mad. I was like, shit, like, you know, I sit there. And I know it's like, it's not that big of a deal, but like, I sit there every day. Like, you have your seat, I have my seat. Why you come sit in my seat for? Like, you know I sit here. I sit here every day and you come sit in my seat. Like, what's... So I just like looked and I just left it alone. I didn't even say anything to him. I just looked at him, I looked at her, and I sat somewhere else. So I don't know if it was this day or the next day. But that really made me mad. So... it was a little buddy thing. I thought, oh, like a test, like how well do you know your friend? So everybody was making one, but I didn't make it. Like, everybody made one, but I didn't make it because I really didn't care at the time to make one. So he made one, and of course, like, I didn't get the link because I don't fuck with him. Like, I didn't care. And somebody sent me one of the questions, and one of the questions got my name in it, and I'm like, bruh, like, what's wrong with it? Like, why am I... So the questions were, like, on the side. Like, it was like, what do I want to do to Lourdes? What you mean? Like, what do you mean? I'm not worried about you. Why are you making something that has something to do with me? And, like, the little thingies were, like, hit her with the car. It was... one of them was inappropriate, and the other one was, like, hurt her in any way possible. Why are you making something like... I mean, we were in the same class. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like... I don't do nothing to you. Literally, I could literally just went off. Like, there's multiple times I could have went off on you again. Like, one time I remember, like, we got into it. I was like, bruh, I would literally call somebody over here to beat you up. Like, I'm so over this. But I didn't. I was very nice, and I never, like, did anything to her. And I was like, you know what? Like, just be a bigger person. Leave it alone. But, like, that really made me mad. Like, I'm not worried about you. I don't do nothing to you. I don't care about you. Like, you literally go out of your way. You sit in my seat. You go out of your way. You go come here to harass me and bother me. Like, something wrong with you. Like, you're obsessed.
I was like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Something's literally wrong with you. There's no reason for you to act like that. But I'm just like, bruh. So I look up, and somebody sent it to me, like, oh, the answer is that her name is possible. So I look up and I look at him like, bro, I'm just breathing. Like, I'm like, Jay, I'm literally just breathing. Like, I'm like, looking at him like, what is wrong with you? Like, nobody's harassing you. Nobody's talking about you. Nobody cares about you. Like, I'm over here breathing and you making something about me. I was very upset. Like, Jit, you done sent me to your little friends and stuff. Like, I don't like you. You don't like me, but you sitting here putting my name and stuff. Like, Jit, I thought it was mutual that we don't like each other. Like, leave me alone. Why would you put my name in that? So I got really mad. So Bob trying to talk to me, and I'm like really not talking about because I'm like very upset. And I'm like, so later on the day, like eventually Bob was like, what's wrong? So I ended up telling him what happened. And actually, I think I was talking to 2 people at the time, and this was funny. So like the other boy that I was talking to, I was talking to him more. I told him about it, and he was like, it's okay. Just like, he was like, it's okay. Like, boys are annoying. Da da da. Like, it's okay. Get over it. Like, pretty much like just be a bigger person. Let it go. Like, get over it. Bob was not like that. Bob was mad. Like, I was mad. Bob was livid. He was so mad. Like, he was like, what's your name? Da, 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 da. Like, he was pissed. Like, I was like, oh God. So like I just told him his name. I didn't tell him what he looked like nothing like that. I was just like, I just said his name on the thing. I was like, oh, this boy named Carl like did this. I was really mad about it. So I'm about to go to practice. And like I called Bob before I go to practice. So I called him like, hey, like da da da. Like I was still kind of like mad, but I kind of got over it. So he goes, oh, by the way, I found out who Carl is. And he's like, is this him? And he sent a picture of him. And he was like, oh yeah, I know what Jit looked like. I know his full name. I didn't even know where he stayed. Like Jit got like messed up. I'm gonna come to school. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna beat his.
You, we gonna find you. I'm letting you know now, so you can run and tell that, homeboy.
I'm saying like, I'm like, you did what? And I'm thinking this, like, he's saying all that stuff and he tripped. I'm thinking he playing. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't even know, like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's other people with the name Carl in the school. Like, you tripping. He sent me a picture of the boy. And I'm like, he was like, I'm gonna be at that school. I forgot what day he said. Like, I'm gonna be at, like, he said, like, later that week. Like, I'm gonna, let's say Friday. We're gonna say it was Friday. He's like, I'm gonna be at that school on Friday. And I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna beat his. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Like, it's unnecessary. Like, it's just drama. Like, just leave it alone. Like, just bye. Can't just goodbye. Like, you bye, run. Chill out. Chill out. So, I'm thinking, like, he don't leave it alone or whatever. He's like, I'm coming to school regardless. I'm gonna fight this man. I'm like, so I'm trying to get him out of it. Like, a couple of days. I'm trying to get him out of it. And so, their friends come. This story is so funny to me, but his friends come and it's a group of them. A group of them came, but they didn't come to fight Carl. They came to fight this other boy. Like, it was a big group of them and they came to fight this other boy. But Bob left the group with one of his closer homeboys. He left the group to go find Carl. So it's a group of them, like, they deep. It's a group of them to fight this other boy at our school. But it was just Bob and his friend. So somebody called me and they're like, I'm at school, I'm in class. And they're like, no, Bob called me. He like, yo, we here. And school not even done yet. Like, what you mean y'all here? Like, these boys posted up in our school trying to fight people. Like, they here. I'm like, what do you mean you're here? Like, what? So, and at the time, like, I wasn't really taking him seriously. So it was really weird. Like, he like, oh, come mean. And I'm like, no. So they just want to go fight the boy. So listen, this is the funny thing. So like I told you, it was a group of them want to go fight the other boy. So they want to go fight this other boy. Bob and his friend went to go see Carl. So like I said, Bob knows what Carl looks like. But Bob kind of, you know, so Bob goes up to Carl. It was like right after school stuff. There's like a little gate thing to get into school or whatever. A little cafeteria thing. So Bob goes into like the back way of the school. And he sees Carl. And he goes to Carl. He's like, yo, you Carl? This man said no and ran and left. Literally zoomed to his sister's car.
Hey! 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 Why are you running? Why are you running?
Jit was gone. So Bob's homeboy looks and is like, yo, dummy, that's Carl. But Jit was gone. Like, Jit sniped it. He was gone. So I was just like, what? Like, but I didn't want him to fight him, but it was just funny to me. So that was like the first day that I ever seen Bob. So Bob came up to me like later on the thing, but like, bruh, that Jit ran from me. Like, that's crazy. He like, I'll be back here tomorrow. Like, Jit not gonna run from me. So I got to class the next day. And they ended up like, I go to class and everything. And they're like, so then Carl told his friend that my ex came to jump him.
Really, nigga?
What? It was only 2 of them. And the other boy wasn't even trying to fight him. My ex went up to him and said, yo, are you? And Jit spiked it and ran. And his homeboy was only there because, like, just in case anything was happening, like, just in case they were to try to jump him or try to fight him or whatever, like, he does have his friend to be there for him, like, just in case. It was not no, oh, they tried to jump me. That man told his friend they tried to jump him. He went and told these girls, like, my friends, like, oh, Lordy said some boy to fight me, which was never the case. I never sent my ex to fight him. Literally, I told him what happened. My ex came to the school, like, bro, you got, like, messed up. Like, you said that you want to hurt my girlfriend in any way possible, so hurt me. And that was really, like, the intention. Like, my ex did not play about me. Like, and it makes sense, like, if you have a girlfriend and some random boy told him he want to hurt her in a way possible, like, okay, I'm gonna fight you. Like, you want to hurt her, okay, hurt me. Like, it made complete sense. Like, that was the mentality. And, bro, the next day, they were like, oh, they're gonna meet up somewhere. I think all his friends were there. Jit was not there. Like, it was crazy. Like, he really went to people that might try to fight him, try to jump him. They went to try to meet somewhere else. Like, his friends were there, but Jit wasn't there. He never came. Carl never came. Carl never wanted to fight. Like, his friends were, like, trying to, like, beat her on his behalf, but Jit was never there. He never came. He literally went straight home, told people that I sent people to jump him, sent people to fight him, and that really wasn't the case. I mean, at the end of the day, after that boy was still talking mess. Carl was still on Instagram trying to blast me. Carl literally had, like, a little page. He was like, oh, like, I want to beat her up. Like, I'll fight her. If I was a girl, I'd fight her. And da-da-da. And I sent it to my ex. Like, I sent it to my boyfriend at the time. And I'm like, yo, like, Jit still talking. And he texted him, like, bruh, you want to fight her so bad. Just fight me. Why do you want to fight a girl for? Like, and that's legit how it was. Like, if I was a boy, I would have fought him. Like, legit. And I told him, like, if I was a boy, I would literally beat you up. Like, I would beat you up. Like, I didn't care. Like, I don't like you, and you really, like, trying to make school for me a living hell for no reason. Like, Max was just like, you want to fight her so badly?
Come do it to me! No, you come to me! Come do it to me! No, you come to me! Come do it!
Like, fight me on her behalf, and he was just not with it. And the thing about it was, like, my ex had boxing. Like, he wasn't gonna lose that fight. Like, it really didn't matter. So I don't know why he just kept talking. Like, that boy talked forever. And he really was trying to make school for me a living hell. To the end, like, it was bad. He was very annoying. He was like, it was weird. Like, that man is weird. Like, if I can tell you the story, like, that man was very much weird. Like, I hope he don't get no daughters, no kids, because that man is very weird. Like, he been trying to talk to me to this day. Like, I don't like you. If you watch this video, I still don't like you because you're very weird. You turn everything into drama. You're a very messy person. You act like a child. Like, I genuinely do not like you. And my ex don't like him. Like, if it come up about him and anything was ever come up, like, my ex gonna try to fight him again. Like, me and my ex are actually very close, and he don't like him, and none of his friends like him. They all don't like him. All of my ex's friends, like, it's a group of them, all of them together, they don't like him. And when they catch that boy by himself, they still gonna try to fight him because they don't like him. And they have a right not to like him because he was very messy. Like, to the end of it, very messy. To the last time I spoke to him, because I was trying to, like, be cordial, be nice. Very messy. Like, Jit, you ran. You literally, this man asked if that was your name. You couldn't even stand in the paint and say that's my name. You couldn't even do nothing. You ran and you left. And they still sat there talking about me. Like, for what? Like, why are you running? Like, why are you running? Just fight him. Like, fight him for me. Like, why are you running? Why are you running? Like, and it's crazy because you know how many, like, bites I saved this man from, how many ass whoopings I saved him from my ex, my boy best friend. Like, shit, take one of them. Take one of them, because you just so messy. Like, you might as well take one of them. You act like a girl, so he really might as well have taken one of them, but he never did. He really ran from all these fights. Like, he never was on that. Like, he just talks smack. He act like a girl. So yeah, so that's really just a story about how, like, my ex came to the school to fight him, and Jit ran. Like, Jit says whoosh, like, he was gone. Like, imagine somebody asks you, like, is that your name? And you say no. What you mean no? You're not gonna claim your name? It's beyond me. But yo, look, my lips. That's my real hair. Y'all make sure y'all book with me. It's Lux hair because I really do. So make sure y'all book with me and y'all see everything that I do. I make wigs. I do natural hair also. I start school next month, so I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna get my cosmetology license, so it's only up from here. I'll be giving y'all more content. I'm sorry that I made this video so late. I was very busy. I was doing hair back to back, and I do work at a hair salon, so I'm always doing hair all day, all the time. So I am very busy at times, but I had to make sure that I gave y'all this video because y'all wanted this. Y'all wanted to hear it. Y'all wanted to hear this whole story time. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, comment, do all that. Make sure you like, put the little bell at the bottom so you can get more videos. I will keep in detail, like I will keep putting up polls stuff of what y'all want to see, what type of stories or what you want me to do. So I will be very interactive with you guys. But yeah, so like, subscribe, like I said, do all that, the little bell, share, comment. I don't know what I'm missing, but we out, y'all boys. I'll be back with another video next week, so we out.